to my old friend, Melanthia, Lasombra Tentrist and veteran of 100 Monomasis. Hello, you wretched thing. Does that sound hostile? I have trouble sometimes striking the right tone. If it sounds hostile, then good. You've really, pissed me off? First, you saddled me with Eric, this infuriating brouhaha that just refuses to accept change and reality shifts. He still clings to this reactionary ideas like obligation to some woman, anchoring him to some outdated and decadent moral codes. It has been a source of endless frustration, a profound tax on my fucking time, Melanthia. This Canite is one of the most stubborn people I've ever met. Each night has been a test of my patience as I've weighed my desire to throw him out of a window against my unreciprocated love for you. For how could you love me while inflicting this endless trial upon me? Sometimes, before dawn, as I attempt to sleep, I wonder why you saved my life all those years ago. And it occurs to me that it is possible you did so to torture me in this way. You are a sadist, but you then magnify your cruelty with your recklessness. That's what really infuriates me, you wild minx. You are in great danger. The word has spread through the area among the Sword of Kine, and they are searching for you. I know that we've both made a silent exodus from the faith, but Jesus Christ, Melanthia. Silent exodus. That means a low profile. That means avoiding attention. This is why I've always told you about the necessities of abandoning the lies that allow you to pretend that you're still a living, mortal woman. These delusions are chains that keep you static, like a goat tied to a stake to lure predators. The path of metamorphosis would free you from these old attachments and let you... Oh, fuck it. I mean, never mind. It's too late now. We just have to deal with the fallout and get you somewhere safe. The Sabbat is seeking you for questioning about the allegations of you leaking the information to Camarilla about the ongoing operations of the Black Hand. My love, this is serious. They will find you, give you over to the Inquisition, and rip apart your mind and lovely body to find the truth within you. You would have been luckier if they called for a wild hunt. There is an Inquisitor named Heinrich, the maker of chains, who has recently arrived in Krakow, and they're making their way to Prague within the week. We've taken our small school and seekers away from the city, settling in a small, ruined castle on the countryside. I've physically kept tabs on this Inquisitor, however. He has 2 packs at his disposal to find you and take you. I need you to act now, Melanthia. I've sent my retainer to deliver this letter into your own hands, moment after I finish writing it. Copy my haste by fleeing moments after you read it. I've reached out to some of my contacts among some of the lesser known Canaanites near Prague, and I know how hard it is for you to trust others. Usually a great quality in this dark world, but this time you must struggle to do so. I seek to hire a strange group of kindred known as the Samedi, living in Zagreb. You may be unfamiliar with these creatures as they are likely originated from the New World. But this coterie has arrived in Croatia for some purpose of their own. Now I know what you're gonna say. They're Canites, strangers, and you're asking me to trust them? They are Canites, and no better than most, and worse than some. This is true. But by the reputation of their mysterious clan, they are some of the best mercenaries you can find. I would never expect you to blindly walk into any situation. So I'll tell you what I know about the Samedi so you can make your own judgments. The Samedi are a bloodline originating in the Americas, as I said before, within the islands of the Caribbean. That much is clear. What is murkier is, what is it a bloodline from? Some suggest the Giovanni, due to the Samedi's mastery of necromancy, a magical ability long affiliated with the inbred parasites of Venice. There's a long-standing enmity between the Samedi and the Giovanni as well, the true reasons for which are unknown to me. There are rumors that the Samedi were created as a experiment by the Giovanni gone wrong, similar to the Tremere and their vampiric race of gargoyles they spawned. This could explain the bad blood between the two. Another theory is that the Samedi are a branch of the Nosferatu, due to their disfigured appearance, like that of a rotting corpse, and their strength in the discipline of obfuscate. But in my opinion, the third narrative seems to be the most likely, that they are a surviving branch of the long-vanished Cappadocian clan. The Cappadocian's clan curse, bestowed by Kine himself, was a deathly appearance, pale, gaunt face, skin pulled tight against the skeletal structure of the vampire. They appear like corpses, and so do the Samedi. Though the Samedi look more like corpses left to rot in the open air, rather than embalmed and carefully placed in a state at a funeral viewing, like a proper Cappadocian. The Cappadocians were also masters of necromancy, and were called the Clan of Death. And this Samedi bloodline not only has a knowledge of necromancy, they're also defined by a power called Thanatosis, named after Thanos, the Greek god who was the personification of death. This ability of Thanatosis allows the Samedi to rot and wither the flesh of mortals or vampires, channeling death itself into the body parts of their enemies. These factors clearly indicate to me that the Cappadocians are the origin of these Canites, though they have diverged dramatically. The bloodline and founder's namesake is said to be a kindred named Baron Samedi, a being of 5th generation who is still active within the clan. And though an elder, to be sure, it's said to be not particularly ancient. It is said that the Baron exercises a great deal of power in the backrooms of the Camarilla, offering groups of his Samedi underlings for the missions better suited for mercenaries rather than prim and proper coterie of a Cape Court. The Samedi often choose their candidates for their embrace from mortals obsessed with death. Mortuary workers seem to be the most common choices. But voodoo practitioners, graveyard workers, dark occultists, anyone fixated on dying or on the afterlife can be ideal for the Samedi's purposes. Samedi often involve themselves with the occult or illegal activities in a city, becoming powerful middlemen for weapons or drugs, or organizing with superstitious immigrant criminal elements. Given their apparent voodoo roots, the Samedi seem content to gather influence in immigrant communities from Africa to the Caribbean islands living in the United States, practicing their dark magics and preying upon a populace used to the dead walking among them. The Samedi are also notorious assassins and mercenaries, and it is for this reason that many of the Camarilla princes turn a blind eye to them despite their almost masquerade-threatening involvement with their kind around them. For the most part, the Samedi keep to themselves, and a prince never knows when she may need an ally with special abilities. And not just the Camarilla princes. The Sabbat have also been known to make deals with the Samedi when they want to subtly achieve an objective. The Samedi have also been the strong arm for powerful Artarchus kindred who control large territories. The Bloodline seems to hold the Nosferatu in some inscrutable esteem or dread, though, as they are hesitant to take out contracts on kindred of that clan without just cause or considerable payment. The 4 Samedi in Zagreb are presumably here for some purpose, but they are open-minded and, when paid well, very reliable. They will be able to cloak you in the comforting warmth of obfuscate, potentially help you escape to the strange and horrific Shadowlands to avoid pursuers, and if necessary, help you fight off a pack in pursuit of your glories behind. Get out of Prague, Melanthia. Please. Please. Please, please. The Samedi mercenaries in Zagreb may help you escape to the new world, where you can start over. And when you do, maybe write to this old Malkavian genius back in his warm haven in Krakow, telling me that you've missed me and discussing pornographic dreams you've imagined me in. Run, Melanthia. Run fast as you can. I hope to see you again. You saved my life once. Please, let me save yours. Peter Gorkin, Clan Malkavian, near Krakow. December 1943.